name is Hugo Malverde, and my parents came from Peru. My parents came as they're fleeing government persecution. My dad was politically active in Peru, and he had an arrest warrant out for him, and so my grandfather basically gave him all the money that he had and said, "You got to get out of here." So him and my mom came, and I grew up in the Falls Church area, Annandale Falls Church area of Northern Virginia. I pretty much exclusively spoke Spanish, and I still remember the first day I went to school where I didn't understand a word that they were telling me, but eventually I caught on. Growing up in the area, of course at that time there wasn't as large of a Hispanic community in the area as there is today. But I felt a little, I'd say ashamed, for being in a Hispanic family because I was different. And the fact that my family spoke Spanish and they ate food that was different from my friends, made me feel a little weird. My friends were always sleeping over at each other's houses, and my parents didn't let me do that. They thought that was really strange, that kids would go sleep at somebody else's house or go to summer camp. That was something that was very foreign to me. The only sport I played growing up was soccer. That's all I knew. Now where I am today, I'm an immigration attorney in Virginia Beach. That I'm so thankful for what my family did at that point, that they made me speak Spanish. And now I use that in my practice, and it comes in very handy. But I grew up in the area, Northern Virginia area. I went to college at the College of William and Mary. I got in off the wait list, so I barely got in. But when I was going to high school, I had kind of gotten into the wrong crowd. And I had almost gotten this mentality that because I was in this crowd, and I could only go so high. But I had people, fortunately, teachers and other people in my life who said, the sky's the limit for you. You're putting that on yourself. Kind of kept pushing me. So I got A's and B's, applied to go to William and Mary. I got an off the wait list. I graduated from there. And I studied biology. I had an interest in environmental science, policy. So after that, I applied to Duke University, and I got a master's degree in environmental management. I did environmental policy for a number of years, working with the local government, state government, sometimes the federal agencies like EPA. And then after September 11th, I felt the only way to describe it is a call, to go into law to help the immigrant community. It was at a time when I saw so much anti-immigrant sentiment building after 9/11. I was like, hey, I feel like I got to get in there and do something to help these people out, because they're going to get walked all over on if nobody speaks up for them. So I applied to law school. I went to Regent University, which is there in Virginia Beach locally, and I worked while I was going to school. And with that vision in mind to serve the immigrant community. So I graduated from there. From there I did a clerkship with the Department of Justice in immigration courts down in the South, in Louisiana. I served as a clerk for the courts in Louisiana and Memphis, Tennessee. So I did that, and after that...
Okay, you have 8 minutes for questions and answers. 8 minutes for questions, answers, and interaction.